Every person desires a dog that is well trained, but at times your pet may be a little problematic or you simply may not have the time or be acquainted with how to train him correctly. Fortunately, you can get assistance and it is as easy as signing up your dog in a dog obedience school. Maybe you have come across people with disobedient dogs, or possibly even have prepared to accept yourself to believe that your dog will by no means do as he is told. Perhaps you have gotten accustomed to returning home from work and finding chewed up shoes and litter all over the house. Possibly you have even started to take your dog for a walk at night because that is when no neighbors are outside, for the reason that you just cannot manage him when people and other dogs are all over. You do not have to give up yourself to start believing that your dog will by no means be controlled, and in reality you are accountable to yourself and your pet to do all the things that you can in order to get him trained appropriately. Possessing a well-bred dog can put away difficulties for both yourself and your pet. A disobedient dog may perhaps bite off a neighbor or child, creating legal troubles for you. If your dog howls a lot and tries to get loose most of the time, you might get yourself in a problem with the police as well. And most significantly, if your dog will not come up to you when called, you have very few ways to keep him away from creating any trouble. A trainer with a dog obedience school will give you an idea about you can establish contact with your pet to make him to pay attention to you. He will be trained how to act with people around and also with other dogs, and the fundamental instructions such as sit, down, heel and stay. Your dog will most likely even take pleasure in this, as he will be able to pass time with you, which is all that he in fact wants in the first place. Selection of a dog obedience school is sort of like deciding on a school for your kids you would like to be in no doubt to send him to the proper one. Of course, given that you will in all probability be attending as well, you would like one that works for the both of you, so you have to do a bit of investigation before you decide on the school. One thing to think about when making inquiries about dog obedience schools is a recommendation from others who have been at the school. Maybe you have a co-worker, a neighbor, or a friend you can inquire from. If not, feel free to request the school for recommendations and call up somebody who has experienced the course. You ought to have a list of essential queries you can inquire about the school and the effect of the dog's training. If you get encouraging replies, then you might have found your school, or else, it is time to shift on to the subsequent alternative. One more thing you have to do when cutting down your selection of obedience schools is to drop in at the campus. Just like selecting a college, you would like to be convinced that the school puts forward a fine atmosphere. Be sure that the school appears well structured and the instructors are well informed. In addition, you will almost certainly wish for a pleasant surrounding where your dog and you feel at ease. Chatting up with the instructors at the school is also a good plan. Find out about the techniques that each trainer uses, and you may even bring in them to your dog to be certain they will get along. Your training will be much more effective if both you and your dog are at ease with the trainer.